Hey everybody, I'm Matt and welcome back to my layout. This is the second update for this new model railroad that I'm doing, and I got a lot to show you today. I've got some new acquisitions as well as some progress on the room itself. Before I get into that, I want to talk about my plans for this video series and this YouTube channel and in the upcoming year. 2019, I really want to focus on one major hobby project. I generally have a lot of kind of hobby things going on at one time from all the various different types of hobbies. 2019, I want to focus on model railroading, and I want to focus on bringing you that model railroad through these YouTube update videos. And so taking a look back at my last update video, I had a handheld camera. I'm shooting on my iPhone. The sound was bad. The picture quality was bad. It's not something I wanted to watch. It's not something that I really wanted all of you to watch either. So I invested in some studio lighting, which you can't see. They're off camera here, but hopefully it lights up the scene a little bit better. I've got a new microphone, so hopefully I sound better. I'm still shooting on my iPhone because I gotta save some money for model railroading. So what I want to do is about once a month. I'm not gonna, promise anything, but I'd like to once a month give you an update and show you what I've done for the previous month. And then in between there, maybe some smaller videos showing off maybe a particular aspect of model railroading or some cool thing I got in, or maybe some reviews, some techniques and that kind of thing. So I did buy a lot this past month or so. Former model railroad. It's a cat opening the door if you can hear that. I got scenery materials. I got vehicles. I got some train cars. We'll take a look at those. I got some new locomotives. We'll take a look at those in a second. Wiring. I bought all the wiring from a layout. I bought bridges and turnouts and flex track. I got all the track I need. So I'm basically ready to go at this point. All I kind of got to do is just start building it, putting it all together. One thing I did get, which I'm pretty excited about, is the ESU cab control system. This is a new DCC system for my layout. I was using the NCE Power Cab before. It's kind of a starter system, great for smaller layouts. This one's going to be a little bit larger of a layout with more engines running on it, so this wasn't going to really cut the bill. So I decided to go with this, and I'm super excited to open this up and get to using it. One thing that I think model railroading has really needed for a long time. I like the DCC platform. I think the human interface, these guys right here, kind of suck. And I do user interface design for a living, so maybe I'm a little more sensitive to this than some people, but I don't think this is very user friendly. And I think that model railroading hasn't really progressed much further than these, and these were around when I was a teenager. I'm not a teenager anymore. So, not that there's anything wrong with this. I do actually recommend this if this is your first layout and you're going to have kind of a small switching layout, kind of what my previous layout was. This layout you see behind you. But, I'm moving bigger, so I wanted to go bigger. I'm so glad I actually waited to start my new layout when I did, because if we're talking a year ago, I probably would have gotten the upgraded version of this. But instead, this has come out, and I've had a chance to kind of take a look at it and look at some videos online. And this looks like a really big leap forward for DCC control. So I'm very excited to break this out and start playing with this. I hear they're having some supply issues right now, so you may have a hard time getting a hold of it. Luckily, I was able to get hold of one of those. All right, so let's take a look at my new locomotives and some of my new cars. Okay, we'll start by taking a look at a few of the cars that I purchased. I actually purchased more than what you're going to see today, but I'll hold off on the rest later. The biggest acquisitions were these guys right here. I bought 5 of these Atlas center beam cars, 73 foot, I believe. I got 3 Union Pacific, a letter for Union Pacific, and I got 3 for the Utah Central Railway. I also pre-ordered 3 more, which are going to be in TTX yellow. So yeah, and along with those, I got these cool lumber loads. These are Walthers mainline loads. They're not the most detailed in the world, but I think they'll work for now. I think I can weather them up a little bit and kind of make them look a little bit nicer than what they are right now. I don't think they're too bad. I got these Idaho Forest Group loads here, which the lumber mill that's on my layout is part of the Idaho Forest Group. I also got a few Potlatch loads as well, just kind of mix things up a little bit, and that's another sort of a lumber group in the area that I am modeling. Really nicely detailed cars, and I got enough of them that I can build a nice train out of them, and something that I can kind of run around the layout and look pretty good. So between these and the 3 more yellow ones that are coming, I think I've got a pretty good start on a nice train load of lumber. So the next thing I got were these Athearn locomotives here. I really wanted to go with some awesome mainline operation, and that's one thing I included into the new layout design. And so these are ES44AC units. I've got one for in UP livery, and then one in Canadian Pacific livery as well. Tsunami 2 sound decoders, full LED lights. Really excited about these. I can't wait to actually get them running. I don't have them hooked up to the DCC system right now, so they're not going to actually go anywhere or turn on the lights or anything, but they sound great just idling on the track anyway. So I'm really excited that I was able to purchase 2 of these and get them on the layout. The detail in these are fantastic. Just the detail of all the panels, how deep they recess, MU hoses. Beautiful, beautiful locomotives, both of them. So I love the little differences between the two. The way that the Union Pacific, the details on the Union Pacific are different than what you'll find on Canadian Pacific as well. I mean, they really put a lot into these, and so really excited about these, and really excited to get working on the layout so I can get these darn things running. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. I was just working on my wall. That's so stupid. Okay, the wall. The wall's up. I got what's framed in anyway. It's pretty solid. It's not really going anywhere. Did everything to code, I think. I think I did a pretty good job here. It was a lot more work than I really expected. This concrete is extremely hard, so I laid down some pre-treated wood, and then I went to nail it in with a ram set, and I just was having a heck of a time driving those nails into that concrete. Had such a difficult time that I've kind of decided that I'm not going to box in the rest of the room like I originally decided I was going to do. There's a couple of reasons for that. Doing some reading, it seems like, one of the reasons to box in a room is so you can insulate. And that's kind of what I wanted to do down here. But if you don't do a great job of it in kind of the other parts of the basement, you're not really stopping the cold air from getting in. And not really doing a lot of anything that way. And there's areas in this room. There's a closet behind me here that would be really difficult to try to insulate without having to pull everything out and rebuilding from scratch. There's a bathroom in the corner over there that getting the walls boxed in around the toilet alone was going to be a nightmare. And then there's a whole other 3/4 of a basement that direction that is not really insulated as well. Not the end of the world. This room stays pretty warm. I do have heating running to this room, and this is the middle of winter, and I'm wearing a t-shirt right now, so I'm pretty comfortable. It stays pretty warm. I can throw on a sweatshirt, maybe a space heater, and be perfectly fine, I think. So that's not the big issue. The other issue, really, with boxing in this room was that I wanted the layout to originally come off of these posts here and just be suspended in the room as opposed to having tables built. With not boxing in this wall right here, that's not really an option anymore. So I'm going to have to, I think, in a couple of spots, build some legs, which isn't ideal, but really isn't the end of the world, honestly, at the end of the day. I do need storage in this room still, so maybe I can work that table into kind of a storage solution. So I think we'll be okay. It won't be the prettiest in those spots, and I really like that look of the suspended railroad. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. So with this wall, I have started running electrical. Kind of started and stopped because I was a little trepidatious about doing it, and when I don't really know exactly what I'm doing, I kind of just stop and not do any work at all. Luckily, my wife had a honey-do list for over the Christmas break, some rewiring of some lights upstairs, so I kind of had to do it upstairs. And doing it there, I kind of figured out, like, oh, okay, I know what I'm doing now. So I had the confidence to go ahead and finish up this project. The way I'm wiring this room is, got electrical boxes on for this side of the wall here. Those will be tied into the electrical that's in the whole big room as it is now. So that'll all be on that circuit. And that should work pretty well for my wife. She's not down very often. She's not going to have a lot of electronics. It should be fine. I have one box along this wall in this room that will also be wired into all of that as well. And then I have two additional boxes, this being one of them, and then one being down there on the other side of the door that I installed, which is off camera. That will be wired on a separate circuit. And those boxes will be dedicated to the layout itself. So the whole layout will have its own circuit, separate from everything else. So hopefully it'll help keep it a little protected, give me a little bit of overhead, or get a little bit of space to play and not have to worry about blowing a fuse with the layout. I am also going to wire in above the drop panels more wiring up there so that I can run LED lights to light up the layout. Those will be on a separate circuit as well. I don't know how much lighting I'm going to need, but I know I'm going to need a lot of lighting, so I don't want to run into any issues there. So all the LED lighting that'll be lighting the layout up will be on its own circuit as well, just to help kind of keep things a little more protected. What else? I think that's really about it. That's about as far as I've gotten to this point. I'm hoping to finish up the wiring for all this in the next week, which means I'll be moving on to putting up the wall paneling and finishing out the ceiling, and that'll be it at that point. I mean, basically it's just going to be down to paint, and then I can start building benchwork, and I'm super excited to get started on the benchwork, guys. All right, well, I think that's it. Before you go, one last thing. I almost forgot. So along with this YouTube channel you're seeing here, I'm also building out a blog. And so if you like what you're seeing here, check out my blog. It's mfrailroad.com. I'm going to leave a little thing right here. There's a link in the description below as well. There's a lot of stuff on there already related to the old layout and the history of the area I'm modeling. A lot of the research has gone into this model railroad. So if you like what you see on my YouTube channel, you're going to love what you see on the blog. I am also starting up an Instagram account for this layout specifically. I don't see a lot of model railroads on Instagram at this point, but I think it's a really great platform for sharing stuff kind of quickly without a lot of effort. And so if you want to see more updates more often about what I'm doing, I'm going to be posting there quite often. So do a search for Medellin Falls Railroad. You can find that right here and down below in the description as well. And you'll be able to find me on Instagram. And so, yeah, hope to see you there. Hope to see you on the blog. And I'll see you next time here on YouTube. Thanks again. Bell icon, subscribe, whatever. You know how it works. See you guys next time.